Hiya and welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a prawn stock. I don't waste anything, I really don't. And the reason why I like to do prawn stock, I put it in the freezer, and when I need it, it adds a bit more richness to prawn dishes or even to fish dishes. Lovely stock. And what I normally do is, when I peel and devein my prawns, I buy them in bulk, about 2 kilos. I put the prawns into one bag and then I put the shells in another. And when I'm ready to actually cook this, I then just simply take it out of the freezer. The other ingredients that you're going to need for the stock are olive oil, some parsley, thyme, paprika, spring onion, lime, onion, tomato, black pepper, chilli, a stock cube. I'm using a vegetable stock cube because I think if you add anything like chicken or even a fish stock cube, it will just take away the prawn taste. And some garlic. I'm using 5 cloves of garlic. And some hot water. First of all, I'm going to take the onion and I'm just going to roughly chop it. Try to do big chunks because you don't want, it's not necessary. So that's going to go in the pan. Next, I'm going to add a tomato. Again, roughly chop, and I'm going to keep the seeds in. That's going to add just an extra bit of flavour to the sauce. Next, I'm just going to de-seed the chilli because I don't want it too hot. Next, spring onion, literally just cut it lengthways, just to release flavour. Now we're going to add our stock cube. So I'm only going to put half of this stock cube in. And then later on, when it's all like halfway through cooking, I'll see if it needs any more. Now what I'm going to do with this lime is I'm going to literally just squeeze it in. There you go, squeeze that all in. And I'm literally just going to cut the lime in half and just simply add it. And the other half, just squeeze that juice in. I told you this is going to be a very simple stock. But I'm not going to add the other half of this lime to it because otherwise it might make it a bit too bitter. Right, I'm now going to season that with a bit of black pepper. Now I'm going to add my parsley. I'm going to be putting in, about a teaspoon of parsley. This is half a teaspoon, by the way, that I've got here. So I've put 2. I'm going to put just a half a teaspoon of thyme, because thyme can be kind of like overpowering. A teaspoon of smoked paprika. And I'm just going to drizzle some olive oil over that. Oops, just knocked the camera. Okay. Now, I'm not going to fry this. I just want to make sure that the oil coats the oil and the seasoning coats everything first before I add the prawns. Right, this looks like a lot for the pan, but what's going to happen is that when we come to add in the water, we're just going to leave it to boil, and midway through cooking, or sometimes through the cooking process, I'm going to be squashing those prawns down. So don't worry about it at this stage if it looks a lot. And I'm going to simply just add our water. I've got here a pint for 2 kilos of prawns, the shells of 2 kilos of prawns. Okay, lid on, and when I hear it starting to boil, I'm going to uncover it and give it a quick stir. So yeah, just turn it around, make sure that all the prawns are nicely coated with all those other ingredients. These prawns don't want me to cook its shell because they keep flying out the pan. Right, now that I've done that, I'm just going to grab some more olive oil, because what we want to do is to cook this down, boil it down, yeah, so that what's going to be left with is about half a pint of liquid and quite a lot of this oil, because that's what's going to give this stock the flavour as well. Right, hear that? It's boiling hard, so I'm going to put my lid back on, and I'm going to turn the fire down to a medium low, medium high, medium high. Yeah. And what I'm going to do then is come back in 10 minutes and I'm going to stir it around, and I'll keep doing that until the 30 minutes is up. The first lot of 10 minutes is now past, so I'm now going to stir this. And as you can see, look at that. It's taken on even a nice, deeper, richer red. Oh, this is going to be so good. Right, so first what I'm going to do is just give it a stir around. As I said, bring everything from the bottom to the top as best as I can. Nice. Okay, now what you need to do is give this a nice firm press, not too much so it spills out the pan, but a nice firm press, just to make sure that any sauce from the heads or from the shells go back into the sauce. I keep saying sauce, the stock is not sauce yet. Okay, nice. Now as you can see, there's plenty of water in there, so I'm not going to add any more. I'm now going to turn the fire down to a low medium, because the boiling stage has done its job, and I don't want to lose now too much of the liquid. And I'm going to put the lid back on and come back in 10 minutes. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to give it a turn again. Yeah, give it a turn. Squash it down a bit. And I'm just going to check the sauce. Yeah, that's plenty. That is plenty. Yeah. And I'm going to leave it for another 10 minutes, and then it's going to be ready. And that's our stock done. All I need to do now is strain it and discard the shells. You will not be able to sieve all of this in one go. So I'm just going to empty out the shells and the liquid, just a little at a time. Yep, that will do. Literally, I'm just going to press down on this just to make sure I get all that lovely sauce. I'm going to just wipe the bottom of that and just discard the shells. Strain that on top of our container, and literally I'm just passing it over again. As you can see, there's some still bits in there. Okay, as you can see, there's oil, and I'm just pushing that to one side just to see the brown sauce bit. That is good. That is really, really good. There we have it. My prawn stock. You have got to try this, honestly. If you like my recipe for prawn stock, please give it a thumbs up. It deserves it. It really does deserve it. You will not do prawn dishes again without it. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until the next time, see ya.